Let me start with a situation that might feel very familiar. Everything seems good on the surface. She's attractive. Conversations are fun. The chemistry feels real. When you're together, things feel exciting, almost effortless. But then there are these small moments, moments that leave you slightly confused, moments where something feels off, not enough to start a fight, not enough to complain to your friends, but just enough to make you pause and think, wait, what just happened? And the strange part is this: when you try to explain it to someone else, it sounds small. It sounds petty, so you ignore it. You tell yourself you're overthinking, but here's the truth most men learn too late. The biggest red flags in relationships rarely appear as giant warning signs. They show up quietly, subtly, almost invisibly. If someone showed their worst behavior on the first date, it would be easy. You'd walk away and never look back. But real red flags don't look dangerous at first. They look normal. They look like personality traits. They look like misunderstandings. They look like something you just need to be more patient about. And because you want the relationship to work, you give it the benefit of the doubt. But over time, those small patterns start doing something dangerous. They slowly chip away at your peace of mind. This video isn't about blaming women. And it's definitely not about saying every woman behaves this way. It's about patterns. Patterns that, if ignored long enough, can drain your confidence, your clarity, and your emotional energy. So instead of judging the past, just listen and observe. If any of these signs feel familiar, pay attention to that feeling, because your intuition notices things long before your mind does. Let's get into the first sign. Sign number one: your time is always flexible, but hers isn't. At first, it doesn't seem like a big deal. You plan to meet at 7 p.m., you finish work early, you get ready, you're on time, then at 6:45 you get a message. Hey, running a little late, can we do 8? You don't want to seem difficult, so you say it's fine. Then it happens again next week, and the week after that. Sometimes it's 20 minutes, sometimes it's an hour. Meanwhile, whenever she suggests a time, you're expected to adjust instantly. Here's the problem: it's not about being late once in a while. Life happens. The red flag appears when the pattern always moves in one direction. You are the one adjusting, you are the one waiting, and slowly, without realizing it, you're sending a message. My time is negotiable. Respect in relationships is often revealed through small habits like this. Someone who values you doesn't repeatedly treat your time like a backup plan. Sign number two: she feels different in public. In private, everything feels perfect. She's affectionate, she's engaged in conversation, she makes you feel important. You leave those moments thinking, wow, this could actually be something serious. But then something strange happens when you go out together. The energy shifts, she creates distance. Maybe she stops holding your hand, maybe she introduces you casually without mentioning you're dating. At first you assume she's shy, but then you notice something interesting. She's not shy with everyone else, she's laughing loudly with friends, she's chatting confidently with strangers, but with you, there's hesitation. This is something people often call being kept in the pocket. You get the emotional connection in private, but in public the relationship becomes vague. And over time, that ambiguity can make you question your place in her life. A person who genuinely values you isn't afraid to be seen standing next to you. Sign number three: attention from strangers seems important to her. There's nothing wrong with posting photos online. There's nothing wrong with being confident or attractive, but intention matters. Look at the pattern of behavior. Are the posts designed to attract attention from random people? Do the captions make it seem like she's single even though she's dating you? Does she constantly seek validation from strangers online? For some people, attention works like a form of emotional fuel. No matter how much appreciation their partner gives them, it never feels like enough. So they keep chasing validation from outside sources. And if you're the partner in that situation, it can leave you feeling like you're competing with an invisible crowd. Healthy relationships usually feel secure, not like a constant competition for attention. Sign number four: your feelings always become the problem. Every relationship has uncomfortable conversations, but the way someone reacts to those conversations tells you a lot about their emotional maturity. Imagine you calmly express something. Maybe you say, hey, when that happened earlier, it made me feel a little disrespected. A healthy response might sound like this: I didn't realize that, I'm sorry. I'll be more aware of it. But a red flag response looks very different. Suddenly you're accused of being insecure, or controlling, or overly sensitive. Instead of discussing the behavior, the conversation shifts toward attacking your character. This is a subtle but powerful tactic, because it trains you to stop bringing things up. And once someone feels like they're not allowed to express their feelings in a relationship, emotional distance starts growing very quickly. Sign number five: there are always backup options around. This one can be difficult to notice at first. Maybe there are a few guys she talks to regularly. She says they're just friends, and sometimes that's completely true. But watch the pattern of emotional support. When she has a bad day, who does she go to first? When there's tension between you two, does she try to resolve it with you? Or does she immediately go vent to someone else who will take her side? If someone maintains a small circle of people ready to step in emotionally whenever there's conflict, it can quietly undermine the relationship. Because problems between two people are never actually solved, they just get validated from outside voices, and over time, that makes real connection almost impossible. If you've recognized a few of these signs while listening, that doesn't automatically mean the relationship is doomed, but it does mean something important. Your instincts are trying to tell you something. Many men ignore that feeling because they think they can fix the situation, but respect, emotional maturity, and genuine interest are not things you can force. They either exist naturally or they don't. The healthiest relationships don't constantly make you feel confused or drained. They feel stable. They feel mutual. They feel like both people are protecting each other's peace instead of testing it. And once you learn to recognize the red flags early, something interesting happens. You also become much better at noticing the green flags, the subtle behaviors that show someone genuinely values you. And here's the real question: do you actually know how to talk to a woman in a way that naturally makes her like you? Most men don't. If you want to learn the psychology behind it, the video on your screen right now breaks it down step by step. Go ahead and click it and watch it.